Alexandra Eala and Jović sealed doubles delight over Venus Williams and Elina Svitolina in Auckland. Alexandra Eala opened her 2026 tennis season with a statement doubles win against seven-time Grand Slam singles champion Venus Williams at the ASB Classic. Teaming up with USA singles world number 35 Jović, the pair overcame Williams and Elina Svitolina 7-6, 7, 6-1 in the doubles round of 16 on Monday, the 5th of January. Eala and Jović, with an average age of 19, prevailed against a duo with a combined 6 Olympic medals in 1 hour, 29 minutes at the WTA 250 tournament in Auckland, New Zealand. "I had such a good time on court," Eala said. "I think we had a lot of fun, and just to start the year with such a moment like this, and sharing the court with two pioneers of the sport, off the court as well, people I've looked up to since I was young. I'm so happy." Eala and Jović salvaged 7 set points before coming through the tiebreak 9-7 in the opening set. That was enough to swing the momentum in their favor, and they dropped just one more game, converting 5 break points across the 89-minute match. Safely into the quarterfinals, they await either top seeds Aisha Mohammed and Erin Routliffe or Jessica Malikova and Renata Zarazua in the next round. Eala turns her attention next to singles affairs in Auckland, where she faces another Olympic medalist, Paris 2024 silver medalist Donna Vekic, in the first round. All 4 players are continuing their preparations for the Australian Open, including 4-time doubles champion Williams, who was awarded a wildcard for the season's first Grand Slam. On a bright January afternoon in Auckland, New Zealand, a remarkable chapter in tennis unfolded. In a tournament opening round that was billed as both intriguing and surprising, 2 young talents, Alexandra Eala and Jović, delivered a performance that would ripple well beyond the result sheet of the 2026 ASB Classic. With poise, grit, and an infectious hunger for victory, they toppled a storied duo in Venus Williams and Elina Svitolina, winning 7-6, 7, 6-1 in a doubles match that announced their arrival with authority. Philstar.com. This wasn't merely a scoreline. It was a passing of the torch moment, youth challenging experience, flair confronting legacy, and fresh ambition against seasoned excellence. The contest, age, experience, and the dance on court. The contrast was striking even before the first serve. At 20 and 18 years old, Alexandra Eala and Jović represented the fresh wave of women's tennis. Eala, a Filipino-American star with rapid ascent on the WTA Tour, and Jović, an American teenage threat with a powerful all-court game, stepped onto the hard courts at the ASB Tennis Center brimming with belief and daring. Their opponents, by contrast, featured 2 generations of champions, the incomparable Venus Williams, a 45-year-old icon with a resume that boasts 7 Grand Slam singles titles and 14 Grand Slam doubles crowns, and Elina Svitolina, a former world number 3 and fierce competitor who embodied consistency at the top of the sport for years. Philstar.com+1. The narrative couldn't have been more compelling. Teenage vigor versus veteran mastery. Raw potential against proven pedigree. From the very start, the match lived up to its billing. Williams and Svitolina came flying out of the blocks. Their storied experience shone, as they commanded early games with crisp groundstrokes, strategic positioning, and a shared understanding born of countless matches on the WTA Tour. At 5-3 in the first set, it seemed as though the legendary duo had seized control. But tennis, for all its stats, live scoring, and analytics, remains first and foremost a mental game. Philstar.com. Eala and Jović refused to relinquish their opportunity. With resilience that hinted at both maturity beyond their years and a refusal to be awed by stature, they clawed back point by point. Saving 8 set points in total, they forced a tiebreak where the momentum shifted palpably. The young pair executed audacious serves, calculated volleys, and daring baseline counterblows, eventually sealing the set 9-7 in the tiebreaker. Philstar.com. The second set was almost a coronation. Riding the wave of confidence established in the first, Eala and Jović sprinted to a 4-0 lead with an intensity and cohesion that left spectators gasping. Williams and Svitolina managed a brief reply, but the momentum was gone, and the match concluded in straight sets, an emphatic win for the youthful challengers. Philstar.com. Voices from the court, respect, joy, and significance. After the match, Eala's emotions were unmistakable. In her on-court interview, she described the opportunity to play against Venus Williams and Elina Svitolina as profoundly meaningful. She referred to them as pioneers of the sport, people I looked up to since I was young. Her words carried a blend of respect, gratitude, and deep personal fulfillment, emotions that explained why, beyond the competitive victory, this moment resonated so strongly. One sports. I had such a good time on court, Eala said, beaming. We had a lot of fun. To start the year with such a moment, it's amazing. One sports. Jović, too, spoke about the match with measured reflection. Despite the triumph, she acknowledged the unusual challenges posed by the first encounter of a new season, and how both players managed to reset and elevate their game after an uncertain opening. Their synergy, said Jović, was the key, a sign that their partnership is one to watch in the year ahead. ASB Classic. Statistical peaks, numbers that tell a story. Beyond the emotional layers, the match stats tell an equally compelling story. Together, Eala and Jović showed consistent serving, strategic returns, and an ability to strike when it matters. They won 54% of total points compared to 46% for Williams and Svitolina, showcasing not just survival but controlled dominance, especially in crucial moments. Tennislive.net. Their ability to convert breakpoints efficiently, winning 5 of 12 compared to their opponents' 3 of 13, indicated how they seized opportunities throughout the match. It was a textbook example of tactical nerve and clutch play, amplified by the aging experience of their opponents. Tennislive.net. Historical context. Why this matters. To many fans, this result appears grounded in the purely statistical. Young doubles team beats older doubles team. But embedded within this outcome were several layers of sporting and cultural symbolism. 1. Tennis generations collide. Williams, still competing at an age when most professionals have long retired, represents an enduring legacy of female athletic excellence. Svitolina, a perennial top-ranked player for years, embodies the modern baseline power era. Against them stood 2 players who are just beginning to write their own legacies. In many ways, the match served as a bridge between tennis eras, the twilight of familiar greatness meeting the dawn of emerging excellence. 2. A platform for emerging voices. For Eala, the win carries profound significance for tennis in the Philippines and for Asian representation in elite tennis. Rising through junior circuits to now making statements in WTA Tour events, her success embodies the hopes of an expanding global tennis audience. Jović, too, continues her arc as one of the most dynamic young Americans on the women's tour.